Let's see. Hello. Nice to interact with you directly as we can online here. Avery, awesome job. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Shami, awesome job. I know. So I wanted to actually start with you, Shami, and then I'll move over to Avery. But so, most of us teachers now are teaching online, but you've been doing this sort of thing for a long time now.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, what is difficult for you about virtual mentoring, and what advice do you have for us teachers who are just starting to get into this?
I think virtual mentoring just requires a little bit more patience because for me, specifically for me, because I'm very body language person, when I'm talking, I kind of can figure out if the expression on the face is blank, then you didn't quite get it. Yes, I need to explain it again. So that requires using a few other techniques like tell me back, what did you understand, show me in your work, and things like that. So it just requires to adjust your teaching style a little bit.
Yeah. And you mentor, when you mentor, it's always one-to-one. You're not teaching to classes of kids. That's not that's not your current job. You don't do what I do. You're mentoring to, yeah, okay. Yeah. And they get real tiny, like the pictures get real tiny when there are a lot of them in the room. So I totally hear what you're saying, and I'm looking, but at the same time I'm wishing, I could just get up a little closer.
Yes.
So yeah, but the patience thing, I totally agree with that as well. And thank goodness for screen sharing.
Yeah, that's the lifesaver.
A lot. Yeah. Avery. So I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Let's see. So first question is, did you ever start to get kind of a kick out of debugging? Like, did that ever get fun? Because I know when kids are starting out, that can be the single most frustrating and often a turnoff for students when things don't work. So I'm wondering, do you feel like you still have a ways to go before you take pleasure in that, or were you starting to see that as a more of a pleasurable activity as time went on?
I mean, it was fine. Like, it was kind of frustrating because the CSS was like never loading for a really long time, but that made it more rewarding at the end when it was all figured out.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. That little rush of adrenaline you get when it finally works, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, you want to keep getting that. Cool. Let's see. Your artwork is beautiful. And I was wondering if you have observed any similarities between how you go about doing art, or how you problem solve in art, or how you approach art and coding. Like, are they the same? Are they completely different? What do you think?
I'd say, I guess it's pretty different, but the design part is very similar to designing the CSS, which was really fun for me because I enjoy designing and all. Yeah, but otherwise they're different.
Very different. Okay. So that creativity that I'm sure you experience when you're doing art is a different kind of creativity than the kind you experience when you're doing coding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think you might have said that your artwork was not very professional, and I just wanted to second. Yeah, it was very professional, actually. So don't you say that anymore. Take credit for it. Like, say it like it is. It's beautiful. It's amazing. So yeah, just wanted to make sure I let you know that I felt that way too.
Thank you.
Let's see. Also wondering about user testing. Did you get a chance to show this to other people? And if so, what kind of feedback did you get? And was there any feedback that surprised you?
I actually was gonna show my mom when I was completely done, so I was gonna show her right after this because she wants to see. So it's kind of supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah.
I think I showed it to one of my sisters and she loved the drawings. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've picked a really important topic too. And sometimes with these really big problems that people kind of don't want to think about, if you can find a way to tell a story about it
Yeah.
that sucks people in. Yeah. So I think your drawings really did a very effective job of grabbing the attention of the person who you were trying to grab. So good work with that. That was a good approach. Did you look at other websites about climate change?
I did.
Uh-huh.
Mostly to get like information more. But I
Mm-hmm.
sometimes just looked at random websites just to see the design
Yeah.
aspects and what I could improve.
Yes. Yes. Good. Yeah. That looking around, well, both the user testing piece of it and also doing the research up front, I think so helpful and helping you hone in on what's most important, setting priorities. Like, for example, did you have ideas about other features you might want to add if you had more time?
Yeah, I think so. I know I wanted to continue drawing more chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe I could make it more interactive somehow. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've heard of people who really like art and are good at it, building these choose your own adventure kind of games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder if there might be a way, if you continue to work on this, there might be a way to kind of take that storytelling element that you've already started putting into it and maybe go even more into that by, what happens if you throw the plastic, those things that are at the top of the orange juice containers that hold them together, they're little rings, and then apparently the sea life gets stuck inside of them. Like, you could have them choose to recycle or choose to throw it in the trash. Yeah, you could really suck people in that way. Let me see if I have any last questions here. Let's see. Do you have, what are your plans? You're going to be in 9th grade next year. That means I'm going to be your teacher. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Did you know I'm going to be your teacher? Yes, I am. So, yeah, so you're going to have some projects to do in a language called processing next year. And we're going to be doing different types of things, little tools, little image processing type programs, and you'll get to incorporate your artwork into some of those if you want to. So I'm just curious, like, what would you work on next? What are you going to work on in my class? If you could do anything in my class, which you can't do just anything, but you get some choices, but what would you really like to work on next when you have to take computer science because it's required in 9th grade?
I actually, for some reason, I really liked making a website. Like, it was very enjoyable for me, and I really liked the idea of a choose your own adventure type thing.
Good. All right, well, we'll see. I don't know. We actually focus very much on this language called Java, not JavaScript, but Java. But there will be other opportunities for you to work on websites for sure. Do you have any questions for me? Do either of you, Shami, do you have any questions or final comments or?
No, I mean, I just want to say thank you for just supporting us. It's I think the collaboration between Magic and the schools that just makes it possible. So thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate what you're doing. I know that this is something you do for the love of it, and
I thoroughly enjoy this. Yes.
Yeah, and so I know both of you took many hours to work on this, and it really has to be a labor of love when you're putting that kind of energy into something. So thank you to both of you. Very lucky to have you, and maybe we'll see each other again next year. maybe?
Yes, I
Yeah.
hope so.
You get paired up with another Castilleja person. And Avery, I will definitely see you next year, either via a screen or possibly in person. So I hope you both have a wonderful summer under the circumstances. I hope, you know, you can get outside, enjoy the weather, and maybe kind of, you know, distance ourselves a bit from all of this, come back refreshed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Okay.